What is up, guys? It's your boy Badge Plug, and today I'm finally showing you all how to make the LAMELO build. Now, the number one similarity on this build, if you go up 1 inch, is literally LAMELO ball. But like I said, I went with a 6'7" LAMELO because Google says 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", all that type of stuff. And also at 6'7", there's a very important thing that you don't get at 6'8", which I will explain in the build video. But for those of you that haven't seen my build and how it plays, I wanted to show you all that first. And for those of you that have already seen that, I wanted to show you how I've been playing on it as well. So as you see right here, I missed that shot and it goes out of bounds. But essentially this build is a very tall playmaking shot creator at the very heart, because it gets 2 Hall of Fame badge categories and they are shooting and playmaking just like the playmaking shot creator. But there's so many differences, like the finishing, you get 3 finishing badges on this build. Your close shot's going to be higher, so you can do close shot cheese and take those like 4 or 5 foot mid-range fades, and they're always going to go in on this build. Plus contact finisher, you're 4 to 5 inches taller than almost every single build on this game, because as you guys know, almost every build is a playmaking shot creator. You know what I'm saying? And the average playmaking shot creator is 6'1" now, because that is the best way to make a play shot, the absolute best way on offense. But even if they are 6'3", you're 4 inches taller than every single one of them, which means on offense and defense, they are at a huge mismatch. So you see I'm catching and I'm shooting, and that's going in. So today, guys, drop a like on this video if you haven't yet. By the way, hit that subscribe button if you're new. After this gameplay, we're going to get straight into the build. I'm going to show you guys. And that's looking a little zendy right there. But you guys seen on the last post hook that it moved around and stuff. But, you know, beasted. I told you guys I play with a post scorer now because I want to protect myself from the other post scorers. You see what I'm saying? I think it's a 100% godly idea that I had. And it's been working a lot. When post scorers pull up on me, they get dropped off. They get boxed by my boy Beasted. So if you guys need help playing against post scorers on the 2s and stuff, just pick up a post scorer, find one that knows how to guard them, and you should be good. But getting into the video, guys, I will see you all there. Green, let's get into the build. All right, guys, getting into the build, you don't have to make a power forward or small forward. We have him at his true position, which is the point guard and jersey number 2. This position is going to get the most badges also out of this build, so you guys are in good hands. Now, for the pie chart, this one is going to be the yellow and the green pie chart. So playmaking and then shooting right here, as you see. And then once we get into this build, you guys are going to see what separates it from a lot of other builds. You're going to get 2 Hall of Fame badge categories. So of course, on any type of build where you have a guard, you want to go with the most speed on the physical pie chart. And now we're getting into where this build is so much different. 82 shot close, 80 driving layup, 64 driving dunk. So right away, you're able to drive on this build. I know you guys have seen some clips and stuff of me going crazy on it. We're going to go up to a 43 standing dunk. So we get 3 finishing badges, which I have on gold contact finisher, and you guys will see in a minute once I show you guys the badges that I use on this build, or what I would use if I were you. So you want to go all the way up on 3-point, of course, mid-range all the way up, free throw all the way up, and just a little bit on post fade to get 22 shooting badges. Now, ball handling is maxed, 87, pass accuracy is 88. Then we're going to go to a 44 on the post moves, and you also get 22 playmaking badges, both of them Hall of Fame. So you're going to be a little bit taller than almost every single build on the game. Most of these playmaking shot creators are 6'1" to 6'3". Let's say they're just 6'3" though. You're 4 inches taller, 4 to 5, as you guys will see in a second. And that's going to give you a huge advantage on both sides of the court, as well as you're also going to be able to get 6 defensive badges, which I think is plenty enough if you know how to play. Plus you're 6'7", so you're going to have better defense anyway, longer wingspan, etc. So for body shape, I was thinking slight at first, but I was really going to go with defined, because LAMELO does have some muscle tone to him, you know. But body shape doesn't really matter. You guys can go with whatever you want. Now into the height. I'm going to show you guys 2 different ways you can make this build, but right away I'm going to show you how to make mine. So mine's 6'7". You see it says 76 ball handling. You want to go all the way down on the weight to 185. As you see right here, you don't lose or gain anything. So once you go down to 185, you get that 83 speed. At 76 ball handling, you will be able to unlock pro dribble moves at 98 overall. And even without that, as you guys are seeing from my gameplays, because my build's not 98 overall yet, you're still able to dribble just fine. So think about this build though at 99 overall. You got an 81 ball handle. You're going to have an 86, 87 three-pointer. Your mid-range is going to be at the 90s. Your driving dunk's going to be at 70. Driving layup's going to be like 78. You're going to be finishing well at the rim a lot on these playmaking shot creators. You're going to be able to bully them. You're going to have a really high three-pointer, just like a playmaking shot creator with Hall of Fame shooting badges, and be able to unlock pro dribble moves, which lets you do curry slides and momentum and all that type of stuff. So getting into the wingspan, I have it at 81. As you guys see right here, you don't really gain or lose a lot. You can go with 80, 81, but I went with 81 just to get that extra ball handle. As you see, you lose if you go up to 82. So we're taking them in at 81 right here. And then into the takeover, you guys have seen that I went with the playmaking takeover. I felt like that was best to really make LaMelo Ball because I feel like he's a point guard at heart. He's a true point guard. But if you want to be the most quote unquote like comp and have the most OP, broken, whatever you want to call it, like really nice takeover, you either want to go with the slashing take, which I don't agree with that you should take, or sharpshooting. I think sharpshooting is the #1 takeover in this game because you're just going to be able to shoot lights out, shoot very contested, all that type of stuff. Plus, with playmaking takeover, it's a lot harder to get than sharp take, which you usually get in 3 to 4 shots. So it really depends on you, but I went with playmaking takeover just so my build could be exactly like LaMelo Ball. That's what I wanted to do with my build, is make him LaMelo. So as you go into this right here, you're going to get sharpshooting facilitator. So if you want to get the similarity in the shades of LaMelo Ball, there's a few different ways you can go, but check this out. All we're going to do is go back, make him 6'8" right here, you know, do the 185, and watch this. You can go up to 90 wingspan, whatever takeover, it doesn't matter. And then, boom, LaMelo Ball. Pass first point. It does change the name of the build, but your first shade is going to be LaMelo Ball. Now, there's also a way to get it, say, sharpshooting facilitator, just like my build at LaMelo Ball is #1 on the shade, in case you guys care. But it's really not that important. You see what I'm saying? The build name doesn't really matter. It's still the same build. You just go up a little bit on the wingspan. But the reason why, the very most important reason why I did not go with 6'8", because there's lots of articles online says LaMelo 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". People say he's 6'7" without shoes, blah, blah, blah. 6'7" is perfect for me because I do want to unlock pro dribble moves. Now, it does take a long time to grind out a build, so I understand. If you guys want to go down to 6'6", you will get pro dribble moves right away. As you see right here, you're going to unlock them at 80. So you're going to be able to get them right away. Even if you go up a little bit on the wingspan, you're going to still have an 80 ball handle. So if you guys don't want to grind out the build, just go down to 6'6". Look, man, online it says he's 6'6". Some places it says he's 6'7". You know what I'm saying? So you can get away with him being 6'6" until they get a real actual measurement, which almost never happens in the NBA anyway, because lots of teams like to lie about their roster height and stuff like that. You know, it's a whole complicated thing if you guys are into the NBA. But I really like how this is the exact build. I mean, if you just go up 1 inch, you literally have #1 similarity, LaMelo Ball. But let's go back to my build right here. As you see, we're going to go with the 81 wingspan, like I said, playmaking takeover. And now let's get into the badges, where the build really shines, okay? I mean, it just, you'll see. You guys will see, man. It just shines so perfectly. LaMelo Ball, this is him on a video game, and I love it, man. I'm a huge fan of LaMelo Ball. I can't wait to see. I honestly believe he's the next superstar in the NBA, one of the next superstars, and could be one of the best players in the league in a few years. So like I said, gold contact finisher. Think about this. You come up against a 6'1" play shot, you're 6 inches taller than that guy. 6 inches plus contact finisher, you're going to be able to throw up layups and just go right by these play shots. You see what I'm saying? They're little babies. You're going to be able to walk right by them. Now, into these badges right here. If you guys seen my video yesterday, it depends on what you're doing. But for this build, it's a very low chance that you're going to be a spot up. So I'm not going to go with any type of spot up badges or like a scenario where you're a spot up. We're going to go with you're the point guard or the secondary ball handler. You see what I'm saying? So Hall of Fame Deadeye, Hall of Fame Hot Start, Hall of Fame Range Extender, Hall of Fame Hot Zone Hunter, then Green Machine. And now you can do whatever you really want with these last 2 badges. But what I like to do is, because, you know, sometimes you miss, your center grabs the board or any type of thing. You're dexing off ball, you catch the ball, you need a nice little catch and shoot animation. So I throw on catch and shoot on bronze just so I can get more better like catch and shoot animations and a little boost for my catch and shoot and stuff like that. Now, volume shooter is very good on bronze. 2K Labs has tested it. It's honestly not even worth going up to Hall of Fame unless you have like 30 shooting badges. So on bronze, it's very good, but only if you are the main shooter on the team. If you guys have seen the test by 2K Labs, every 90 seconds, it resets. So if you don't shoot within a 90-second window, then there's no reason to use volume shooter. So if you're not taking shots consistently, don't use it. But if you are, volume shooter is the way to go. Or you can do what I do, which is use tireless shooter to get those no stamina greens, because I know a lot of you, including me, don't like to buy Gatorade. It's very paid to dribble in this game, and you run out of stamina a lot. You're not going to see me play with stamina or Gatorade a lot, except for the gym rat badge, because I just don't like to buy Gatorade. It's so expensive, you know, and I feel like it's a bailout. It's pay to dribble. I'd rather cook up and know that I have a lot of skill and not just having like a huge extra Gatorade meter on. So tireless shooter or volume shooter, whatever one you want, that is the shooting badges that I go with. Sorry that I went a little bit into detail right there. I just want to make sure you guys understood why I change them up every now and then and do stuff like that, because those do change a little bit. You see what I'm saying? I don't keep the same shooting badges all the time. So into the playmaking. This one also depends on what you are doing. You see what I'm saying? If you're playing on the twos court, you don't really need dimer and floor general if you're just playing with a center that's going to be setting you screens. Now, you might want floor general so that he has like a little bit more speed or something like that, your teammate, but you're not going to want either of those because you're not diming it to someone who's going to be spotting up, hitting middies or three-pointers, something like that. But if you do play with a stretch or a popper or something like that, or on the threes court where you kick it to the corner or something like that, you do definitely want to have dimers. So this one is a little bit tricky depending on what you play. On a twos court, though, I go with Ankle Breaker Hall of Fame, Space Creator Hall of Fame. I only rock Unpluggable on bronze. I've did this since 2K20. I just never have seen a difference between bronze and Hall of Fame. So we've kept it that way the entire time. Handles for days. This is a badge you want to make sure you have on no matter what you're playing on Hall of Fame. Quick first step on Hall of Fame. These two badges right here, you want to have on Hall of Fame. Never change them. See what I'm saying? Don't ever change these two. Don't ever even think about it. Bail out on bronze because 2K Labs did a test, and with our pass accuracy, about 96% of our passes with the bailout badge will go straight directly to the person you're passing it to with no pass fumble or anything like that. So you could rock it on silver if you really want to get that extra little boost, but on bronze is good enough, I'm telling you, and you won't see a lot of tipped passes and really bad pass animations and stuff. You will sometimes, but bronze is good enough for me. Now, into these last badges, what I like to do is, because on either court, you do throw lobs a lot on threes or twos, so I always rock Lob City Passer on bronze, and then it's really up to you. Like I said, you can go with Needle Threader. I think it throws passes faster. We're not 100% sure on that, but I do like to run Needle Threader every now and then. When we get to this spot right here, it changes quite a bit. You see what I'm saying? These are some badges once we get to like 5 upgrades left that I change every now and then and move them around. But if we're playing threes, I actually take off Space Creator, or I put it on like silver or something like that, and then Ankle Breaker silver. Then I go with Silver Dimer and Silver Floor, or Gold Floor and Silver Ankle. You know what I'm saying? Like you change it up a little bit, but really these are the main badges that you guys will be using based upon if you're playing twos or threes. So once you get into that, you don't really have anything left. I'll just throw on like tight handles or something just to get a little stumble animation when I'm cooking up and dribbling, and maybe I'll throw them off or something like that. But into the defensive badges, this is something that doesn't really change. I want to let you guys know I never run Pick Dodger. I just don't use it. I don't think the badge even works. I know that I think a little bit less stamina is taken off when you run through screens when you have on Pick Dodger. But other than that, I like to run Gold Clamps. This is something you want to make sure you have on. Gold Clamps, 100%, or silver if you really want to, move something else on and put something else on. Silver Intimidator, and then we either go with Pickpocket or we go with Chase Down Artist. Right now I'm rocking Chase Down Artist on bronze. A lot of people have told me that Chase Down Artist on bronze is like the same as Hall of Fame, and I've kind of seen that. So that's what I'm rocking right now, okay? Now, these badges are subject to change, like I told you all, but this is pretty much it. I told you guys what I use, and once we get to the very end, that's where it's a little bit more subject to change. Like I'll throw on Stop and Go instead of Needle Threader or something like that. but it's very minor. I showed you guys the main badges that you should be using and always have on, and also 2s versus 3s, what badges I use or I think that you should use. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Share this with your friends. This will be my build for the rest of the entire year, my main build. I'm telling you, it's the best build on 2K. It's your boy Badge Plug. You've been plugged in, and I'm out. Peace.